It's just so fun.
I love it.
Like, why am I not working out to this?
I don't know. You haven't sent me the sound file yet.
You have to remind me of such things. Like, if it's not on the schedule, I will forget.
Oh, don't worry. I'll do it right now. Demand.
Okay, there you go.
Demand song from Danny.
Demand chip tune. I think that chip tune electro 8-bit, I believe, is what it is called. Mm-hmm. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Plot Holes and Payoffs episode 8 with me, Danny. That's my name. And Caro. It's Caro. Hello. How are you?
I'm tired. My whole planning system broke yesterday, and I missed one meeting and forgot 2 projects that had to get turned in and a bunch of other stuff. So I went to bed very disgruntled. Oh.
I know you did, but as I told you last night, you are the Jedi Master of adaptation. So
yeah, I'm
super proud of you. I got forced to go to the golf course. I was told I worked too much, and with the week I was having, I needed to get out of the house. So I compromised and took work with me and just sat in the golf cart and worked on the iPad, which was
I'm outside. I'm still getting vitamin D. Like, come on, best of both worlds here. Best of both worlds.
Right. And
I know what you mean.
I didn't drink any beer. I drank water, and proud of me.
You. Good job. Good job. Because I know that last time you went out and then you showed up to the stream, I was like, I wasn't prepared for this, but we're here, so it's a good time.
That was wiffle ball. That is a totally different situation. Wiffle ball is you have to pretty much anticipate that I'm going to show up with at least a 6-pack in me, because that's wiffle ball. That's been going on for like 2 decades. And you sit outside during baseball season and you watch middle-aged men play Indian ball with wiffle ball stuff and get lit and fall. And it is hilarious. It is a good time. Highly recommend. Entirely.
I will look into this. I will look into it.
You should.
Okay.
It's the Men of Leisure. Highly recommend. I also recommend that you guys have hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever we're back with whatever we're doing. Like we said, this is the 8th episode. We have a really good time while we're doing this. We talk about film stuff and film theory, and the fact that we also would like to produce a film ourselves one day. We've made some progress. We do know that we want to do some kind of urban fantasy, possibly film at the Lemp Mansion in downtown St. Louis. I will protect Caro, I promise.
Yeah, just the 3rd dangerous city in the United States.
It's fine. It's not that bad.
I'm gonna have to drive there because there's no way I can get my pew on the aircraft. So.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I have some sticks. It's fine. It'll be okay.
You know what else is
also?
Okay? Oh, sorry, you're still doing announcements. I can wait.
I was gonna say the same thing you were going to say.
Do it.
So continue.
No. Let's see how twin vibing we are right now.
So, okay. You know what else is okay?
What else is okay?
Marv. Yeah. Marv from the M4 Empire.
Yeah.
And he's here with us today. Like, he wanted to be here. He asked to be here.
You let him in?
So
oh no.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
What's going on?
Hi.
You know, okay is how I have been described by a great many people. It's okay.
You are the okayest.
Yep, the okayest
of okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
How are you?
I'm doing well. We just did an 1.5 long Culture Crossfire, me and the Real Life Fake Wizard, over on my channel and his channel. We simulcast that one. I have edited 5 articles for that Park Place today. I have written 3 articles for geeksandgamers.com today. So I have been a productivity machine today.
Oh,
I would say so. My gosh.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to turn down the beats a little bit, unfortunately. It's so fun. I love this music. I wish we could just
real quick, we have to plan this in real time. We did make that promise to watch Cats.
We did that on the pro show. We did that on that Park Place, and we were paid to watch it, and it was the single worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I mean, like it is Ian McKellen drinking milk out of a saucer with his tongue levels of bad.
Oh, that's okay.
Because in the movie, Ian McKellen drinks milk out of a saucer with his tongue.
That's okay. But anyway, so we still have to watch it, Danny. So why don't we we'll watch it?
I'm scared.
The chat paid us to watch it, so we actually
okay.
Too.
So if they paid you, that's fine.
Yeah.
Don't be a sucker, but do be a whore.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I know we have like a gap with a guest, so maybe we can, because we did Poor Things, the rant last time. This can be the next one. So it's coming. So let's aim for June, guys. June, and then we will do it, Mustafa. I'm gonna put a reminder in here to do that. I have avoided Cats for the longest time, even since I saw it in theaters. So
I just saw the private chat.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. You said it has to be a good one. You said if the jokes happen, they have to be good. And I was like, this is a good
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. What did I say? What did
it had to be one that you've never heard before.
Correct.
Have you heard that one? Have you heard that one before?
We're gonna let you two fight about this. Okay, so so normally when we do plot holes and payoffs, we bring somebody from the industry that comes in and kind of talks about the BTS of like what went on behind the project and like the methodology. But we're switching gears today because you do a lot of commentary on film and games and everything like that. Yeah. So I thought it wasn't me. It's Danny. Danny was like, we're going to bring Marv on. I was like, that's fantastic. I love that gear switched from going from producer to consumer that way. So that's the general thought that I have there before you two get into a fight about the joke in the background. But one of the things I think creatives always have kind of like the fear of is getting feedback or getting bad reviews. And I say that as somebody who actually did get a bad review from somebody who didn't read my very first book. It was quite enlightening because he got shocked by my first chapter and then just made assumptions about how the rest of the book was. And then when everybody was like, you didn't read the book, he's like, I didn't have to read the book. The first chapter told me everything. They're like, no, you really need to read the rest of the book.
That's something with my favorite reviews. My other favorite review that I've ever gotten was like, oh, this character is so dumb and they make the dumbest decisions. And I'm like, you mean they're a person? Like, they're not a perfect archetype? Like,
yeah. My favorite bad review was from someone I apparently knew from growing up. I don't know who this person was. They apparently knew me. They sent me an email and they said my book was about as intriguing as a stomach ache. And I was like, okay. Great. Thank you. I mean, you went through all this effort to track down my email and send me like this.
I had someone
big email. Like, I super appreciate it.
I had someone. So people got really butthurt about a review I did of Mortal Kombat 2 on geeksandgamers.com. And like really like people were like threatening me because I didn't like this movie. And so are calling me like every name under the sun. And one guy actually like went to like my Instagram at Marvin Montanaro and like commented on one of the reels that I put up of my of my giant Donkey Kong mug, which I love very much. And it was just like, your review of Mortal Kombat 2 was ridiculous. And he went on this tirade, and I just wrote, thank you for your feedback.
I say thanks for the engagement.
Like somebody in the chat just brought it up. It said, shout out to Marvin for being correct about Mortal Kombat 2. The community note was nonsense. I didn't even know there was a community note because I stopped looking at it. So, how is there a community note? Like your opinion is wrong.
I called
it a bait. I called it a bait and switch. I said it was.
I can totally see Caro didn't really enjoy Mortal Kombat. I can see why you have technical critiques about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that was like my thing. I like, you know, I appreciate that the movie kept the tournament based, you know, plot that was going on. And there were some awesome fights. And then there were some fights where I was like, what are you guys doing here? Did you even like practice this before you filmed it? But my big stuff had to do with the writing craft and then the casting of Jade. I was actually very offended by the casting of Jade on multiple levels.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Not because the actress didn't do a good job, but for some reason they decided to keep her appearance the exact same as the video game that nobody's really enjoying right now. And I was like, who thought that was a great idea? Like,
well, not only that, but like she's also been like very antagonistic to like gamers who have been less than enthusiastic about Intergalactic. Like she posted that thing of like herself and Ciri from The Witcher like drinking fragile masculinity. And you know, it's like made of incel tears, and it's like them flipping everybody off.
Oh my god!
So you know,
I didn't really comment on any of her outside the film behavior. She's definitely not.
I felt that the film was a bait and switch. I felt like they marketed a Johnny Cage movie to us and gave us a Katana movie. You know, Johnny Cage is he's the Indiana Jones, Luke Skywalker. Your hero is now a washed up, bitter, you know, loser alcoholic. And, you know, he's going to just get dunked on for the entire movie, have one moment of shine in the very end, but mostly just make way for the stunning and brave girl boss, which is, I think, basically what that movie was. Because they're like, well, he helped in the end. I'm like, yeah, he went on a fetch quest to get a MacGuffin while she fought the bad guy. Like the bad, and like in one of the trailers, literally ends with like Shao Kahn's like hulking form, like walking up, and it cuts to Johnny Cage like dropping into a combat stance. I'm like, they're clearly trying to sell you on the fact that this is going to be the fight, and it's not. So,
well, let's pop in with the chat before we get any
chat.
deeper.
Hi, how are you? Sorry, we got straight into the debate.
Yeah. DL Deranged Lunatic has re-upped his membership for an 8th month. Good morning, Ensign DL. Thank you for your continued service in the Nerdling Army. Who else do we have member-wise? We have, of course, Lieutenant Mustafa. Lieutenant Mustafa, good morning. And we have Lieutenant Comics Dad. He says, by the way, Marv, great mug.
Appreciate it. They were selling this enormous mug at Epic Universe when it first opened, and they don't sell it anymore. So I'm really glad I got it.
Oh, nice.
Now, I was telling the story on Culture Crossfire because like I immediately like texted a picture of it to Kevin Apollo because he has the largest hands that a human has ever had. And so like even like the big cell phones like are too small for him. It's like Ben Grimm is the Thing in the Fox Fantastic Four movies, like where you can't pick the ring up. And I was like, they finally made a mug that's like big enough for your enormous catcher mitt hands. And you know, but now they don't sell it anymore.
That's funny. Of course, we got Cosmortal Comics and Human Cumia. Mama Penny, the hardest working subscriber on YouTube.
I love Penny.
And yes, everyone loves Penny. How can you not? Contributing editor Kino Reviews. Oh, look at that. It's Nandrew.
Yo. Hello, Nandrew. Hello.
And Pinkava.
Chapstick friend.
Chapstick lip balm friend. And apparently maker of Star Trek bears. I did not know this until the other day, and I'm completely baffled, amazed, and in awe of this little nugget of information. I was flipping out during that stream. I was like, what?
I think I met her at MegaCon, didn't I, Anne?
Yes, you did.
I did.
It's very delightful.
Very nice lady. I really enjoyed meeting her.
We've got Ensign Loki Jarson. Shout out to Marvin for being correct about MK2. That community note was nonsense.
I had no idea there was a community note, but that's really funny that there was. I've always said subjective opinions are subjective opinions. If somebody likes a show that you didn't like or doesn't like something that you did like, it doesn't mean anything about them. You shouldn't take it seriously. And if you do take it seriously, consult your therapist.
Yeah. Like, I think I'm one of the very few people that actually liked Artemis by Andy Weir, right? Because everybody else is like, it's a terrible hero and bad cast. And I was like, bro, we're on the moon. Like, this is so awesome. I love everything about being on the moon. And, you know, yeah, she's flawed. And I know there was a romance plot that didn't actually fulfill, but, you know, maybe there's a second book. Like, I don't know. But, dude, we're on the moon.
There was a I'm trying to remember what I was just trying to say. I completely lost train of my train of thought. But it was
You had a
something
brain
about like,
fart. It's okay.
yeah, people always like get really, really upset when you like something they don't. And when somebody says to me that they like something that I don't like, I always say to them the same thing. I'm like, I'm happy for you. I wish I liked it. I wanted to like it. I never watch anything with the intention of hating it. Like it is so much more fun to like something than it is to hate it. But you have to also be honest about what it is you're seeing. So
I mean, let's be honest right now. The reason why we got into what we're doing is because we love things. We love this stuff. We want to love it. When we don't want to steal joy from other people. We don't want to steal the love from them. We don't want to fight with people. That's a fun suck.
I mean, I don't mind. I'll fight you in the ring. Let's go. That's what I trained for.
I don't want to hit your pretty face, though.
Oh, well, I wasn't talking about fighting you. I was talking about fighting other people.
Well, you said you, so.
Oh, well. You as in like...
Sorry, I had to just hold back another joke.
I'll tell you a story later. I was a kickboxer. I'll tell you a story. Anyway, make sure you're subscribed to the M4 Empire. I guarantee you he had to go dip out to let it all out of his system for a second.
I'm really proud of you, Marv. Good job.
Thank you.
I appreciate your struggle.
Saludos. Buenos dias, tigre.
Saludos, amigos.
Welcome. Welcome.
That didn't sound like ordering a taco. I don't know any Spanish at all. I know none.
Listen,
it's all ordering taco.
I'm only a quarter Mexican, so I only know like a quarter Spanish.
I've been trying to learn Japanese for years, and right now I know how to order rice and water.
I know when somebody's talking trash about me in Japanese, that's about it. But I mean, I lived there for like 5 years and I can't speak it, but like I can listen to it. And it's like, okay, you're going to a vacation in Hawaii with your best friend. Like that's cool. Like, I can do that, but that's
I was able to watch the Kyoto Sentai Zyuranger, which was what Power Rangers was based off of, the original one. And I was able to watch that the first time without subtitles and be able to follow it because I had picked up enough words from watching anime for years that like I was able to like pick it out. But like as far as actually speaking it, I can order rice and water.
When we lived in Hawaii, we were stationed there, Army family, and there was a soldier exchange with Japanese soldiers. And I learned like I can count to 5. I can say, good morning, good night, and I would like. That's about it.
There was a soldier exchange with the Japanese in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Was it like tense?
No.
I know they're pretty cordial.
They're over it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's been a while.
They've gotten
been a while.
Okay.
Yeah. They were super, super nice. And I worked for the Army Air Force Exchange Service at the time at a little shopette. And every time they would come through my line, they were just so nice. They would all give me a little unit pin with the Japanese flag on it. And they would ask if they could take my picture, and they would take a picture with me. And, they were really sweet, and they would, onegashimasu.
That's like the opposite.
Every Japanese person I have ever met has been the most delightful human being on the planet.
So nice.
It's so funny. I would love. It's on my bucket list of places to go. I really want to go to Tokyo Disney. I'd like to just explore Tokyo. I'd love to go to like the rural areas and just kind of like learn the art of swordsmanship in a on top of a mountain somewhere. Like these are
my husband wants to go so bad. He's always been just in love with Japanese culture. He has a Toyota 86, an AE 86 in the garage that it's like his baby. His dream is to fix it up one day. It is the car from why can't I say it now? It's a very famous anime, and I'm having a brain fart.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Anime.
It's a very famous car.
Anime.
A famous car, Speed Racer.
Do you mean D?
Yes, initial D. It's the initial D car.
Aha, my nerddom.
Yes, useful. Twins. So anyway, he's just like, he used to drift and rally, drive rally and stuff like that. And
by the way, guys, the reason I'm so low on the camera is because I have to make room for the twin energy to pass between their brains.
That works over the internet.
Speaking of Japanese culture, of course, what we're talking about today originated from Japan. Nintendo, Super Mario, our little Italian plumber, is actually.
I always feel represented by him.
You're wearing the hat. You have the beard.
I always feel represented by Mario. It's Italian Americans were finally given a. I don't understand why an Italian from Brooklyn is like, "Woohoo, mamma mia!" Like sounding like he's a baker from like Milan, but it's.
And I talk to my sister all the time, and at least once a week she brings up how disappointed she is. Like, I can't believe he thought that you're the Italian one. It's so funny. Like, she can't get over it.
I thought you were like pure Guidette when I met you.
She's got that feisty energy. That's what
I was just like 100%.
You missed it. We had a moment at MegaCon where like we were engaged for like a whole like 30 to 45 minutes because this lady was like running around trying to find her son. And
oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, and so like it was so interesting because like Danny's empathy was like at max level because of the moment she picked up it was a mother screaming for her child. She also just started randomly screaming for this child, right?
Yeah, what was it, like Tyler or something? I just yelled, Tyler!
Yeah, like she literally she was about to go out and look for the child. It was like, Danny, come back. It's okay. We don't know what this boy looks like. Like let's think it out. But we were right across from like this little radio broadcast thing, and they were like, Tyler in the red jacket, Yep. Your mother is looking for you. And I was like, man, you don't want to like. And the one thing
you're just letting any potential like out there know there's an unattended child named Tyler in a red jacket.
But what was really funny is like we were kind of eyeballing her, and I was like, I'll be honest with you, she looks like she whoops hard, right? So we were just
play some bets.
Yeah.
Tyler's one of those names where it's like when you get older, I feel like the name becomes a burden. I've never met like a 50-year-old Tyler.
Oh yeah. I haven't met one either.
My sons are Ashton and Kessler, and my son Kessler hated his name when he was a child. He's like, there is nothing with my name on it. Nothing. At one point he wanted to change his name to Nick. Then he wanted to change it to Alex. Just anything normal that, he could find a little license plate with his name on it. Now he's like, it's so cool. Like, no one has this name. But that Kessler was the one who would like wrench away and take off and wander, and I'd lose him. So when that woman is like, I can't find my child, I was like, oh my god, girl, I've been there. I will help you find Tyler.
She was on a mission out there. But for the audience, the story does have a happy ending. Tyler was escorted by 4 cops that brought him to the broadcasting station, and there was a big hug. Like he's
Goldberg.
Yeah, there was like this big hug, and we're like, okay, she's super happy to see him, but that whooping coming when they get home.
We thought, I was like, listen, she's gonna hug, then she's gonna be like, why would you do that? And it didn't happen, like not in public, like I guess not in this day and age that would occur, because that's, the government apparently has full custody of our children now. So probably in the car, like as soon as they got in the car, it's like, don't you ever do that to me again. So dangerous. Through the
that place was huge too. Like a kid can easily get lost there.
There were what, 200,000 people there.
Oh yeah, there's
Day.
I was surprised I didn't get the plague.
Listen, I saw a 4-week-old baby one day, and I was like, I wanted to snatch that woman by the ear. Like, what is wrong with you? Look, I know you want to come to this thing, but you have
a tiny baby.
She's too tiny to be here. The sound alone, this child is going to grow up with the most anxiety. I know you heard me say a lot, but what I actually said was the most anxiety. Like the most. You're going to damage this child. Don't do that. Don't take your babies to concerts, to conventions. Keep them inside. Okay. Oh my gosh. We just went all over the place.
Back to Mario.
Tabitha. Yeah. Hi, Tabitha.
Hey, Tabitha.
Hi, Tabitha. I love you. Okay.
She's the
So
best.
she genuinely is. She
genuinely the best. Just one of the best guests you could ever have on a stream also.
One of the best people. One of the best people on earth.
One of my favorite people. Yeah.
Absolutely. Totally. So we all watched the Mario Galaxy movie, right? Like all three of us have seen it. Okay.
Twice.
I've seen it a couple times, and I've not played Super Mario Galaxy. I've played a lot of the other games. Because my kids were the gamers. I've just now recently started playing video games again because I'm being forced to.
Yeah, like Mass Effect.
I haven't gotten to that yet.
What?
Listen, first of all, I'm a little busy working. Second of all, money. I have to pay Evan Scale a few $1,000s to finish a book. Okay, so that comes first. If I spend money on a video game right now, my Catholic guilt would destroy me from the inside out. So
when you do play, just make sure you do male shepherd, not fem shep.
Why?
Because
why can't I play it the way I want to play it?
Because Commander Shepard's a man. All right, so we're just gonna leave it at that. Fem shep's an abomination.
Oh, it's a hot take here. Oh my goodness.
I know. I'm just doing that just to piss people off. Play how you want to play.
But so just to remind everyone, since he just gave one for free for plot holes and payoffs, if you drop a $2 super chat, and you have to be specific, you have to direct it. For $2, you direct it to the guest or the hosts, you will get a $2 hot take. You have to ask for the hot take, though. You can't just say hot take. You got to say on what and from who. And
okay.
Also,
if it was just a random hot take, I have the hot take that I say that makes everyone's head explode. But
I mean, if you want a hot take from Marv, just say Marv hot take for $2, and I guess that would work too. And for $5, you have to make someone defend something they hate. Can we please move on from Henry Cavill? I'm asking politely. Can we please? I know $5 is $5, but it's weird. Thank you. Thank you. Anywho, Jennifer Hale is a treasure. A treasure. She says a treasure. Oh, listen, I love Henry. I love him. He just reminds me of my brother. That's the thing. So, anyway, I love the Mario movies. I absolutely love them. And I think that the Mario movies and the Mortal Kombat 2 movie have one very specific thing in common.
They are created by carbon-based life forms? What?
That they know their audience.
Uh-oh.
That's my opinion.
Marv's gonna fight you on that.
Mortal Kombat 2 knows half of its audience, I will say. Okay.
I think that they know their audience. I think they do. From what I remember of the Mortal Kombat 2 lore, that is what happened to Kitana, because that was like my main. She was basically kidnapped and all that.
No.
Okay. That's what I read in the little pamphlet that came from the cartridge.
You're thinking of Sonya.
Mm-mm.
Sonya was kidnapped.
She wasn't really Shao Kahn's daughter. She was.
Yeah, no, that part is correct. Yeah.
Yeah, he murdered her father, and.
Oh, I get what you mean. I thought you meant like she was kidnapped in Mortal Kombat 2, because Sonya is kidnapped in Mortal Kombat 2. That's why
she's kidnapped.
In that one stage, Sonya is like chained up.
Yeah,
that happened in the first.
I meant like.
Poor Sonya, always being kidnapped.
Because she looked good, I guess, while doing it.
It was Sonya and Kano, to be fair.
But my point is that they both seem to understand what their specific gamer audience wanted. They wanted the lore from the games. They wanted, you're making that face, but I don't care, because it's what at least I remember, and a lot of other people that liked the movie said the same thing. That they seem to get that.
There are two kinds of Mortal Kombat fans. There's the ones that they made this movie for, which are the ones that are like, yeah, fatalities, yeah, cool stages and costumes, and like, and then there's the other kind of Mortal Kombat fan, which is the ones that like really dove into the lore, that read the books and watched the cartoons and did the comics and like all. That was me, and that's why I hated that movie, because it didn't like that was why I hated it, because like Liu Kang is the hero of Mortal Kombat. I didn't even like that Johnny Cage was being booked as the hero, because I'm like, it's Liu Kang's story. Like, they've completely taken it from him. It was the lore from Mortal Kombat 11. They're absolutely right. And Mortal Kombat 11 is, widely considered to be not great.
I've never played that one, so.
Yeah, don't.
Hold on. I've got a hair like sticking in my face.
Katana does fight Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay.
This reminds me about why I don't like the live action Ghost in the Shell, because I'm like deep into everything involving that IP. And when I watched the live action, I can't remember her name. I'm doing that thing, Danny. Black Widow actress. What's her name?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, Scarlett. I was like, it's a color. That was my thought, like the color lady. But that would have come out wrong. So. But they always cast her as being some kind of AI thing, and like I don't like begrudge that they used her to play the Major, but like everything that was about the Major was completely wrong, like just to the point where I was like, what are we doing here? Like, I get that you're trying to reenact like certain scenes from that people really liked, but you completely changed the Major's background. She was supposed to be like this super badass hacker lady, and you had her dive into a questionable puppet without a firewall or anything. And then she didn't have any of like her assistant. Like, I got deep into it. Like, my husband was like, wasn't that film great? And I was like, no, it was trash. It was absolute trash. The only thing that was cool about it was Saito. Saito was the only cool thing about it. So anyway, I understand where you're coming from, Marv, in a different direction.
Yeah, because it's like when you want to see the lore adapted in an authentic way, and like nobody's ever really done it. Like, you could get a great trilogy of movies out of the Mortal Kombat series, just nobody's ever done it correctly. You do the first one with the first movie in '95 started to do it correctly. They did the first movie was the original tournament on Shang Tsung's island. The only problem was things like Scorpion and Sub-Zero working together and stuff like that. Everybody hated that. But then they jump right to Mortal Kombat 3 instead of doing Mortal Kombat 2 with Annihilation. And Annihilation is a terrible movie, but Annihilation is one of those movies that is so fun to hate. Like,
yeah, it's so campy to hate it. Yeah,
so funny.
Like, you can't take it seriously. It was like, you got low budget. You couldn't get the nice guy to come back. I get it.
I will say though, there's one moment in Mortal Kombat that just slaps hard. Like when he's fighting Shao Kahn at the end and Kahn bleeds and he's like, your blood flows, Kahn, just like the blood of a mortal. And Khan's like, what? And then the Elder Gods show up and they go, the fate of the universe will be decided as it should be. And the one goes, in Mortal Kombat. And the Mortal Kombat hits over that and the music hits and you see Kahn and Liu Kang just go at each other, and it's like that moment hits. I'm sorry, like that is a let's effing go moment. Can I curse on this show?
Yeah, we're at 30 minutes in.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a 90s classic. The soundtrack. I remember listening to it over and over in my room.
I still listen to it over and over. I've never outgrown it.
It's on my workout mix. It is. Yeah, that is a song where I'm like, I just want to fight ninjas to this.
My favorite was when somebody took that song and they used it to make an animated music video for like Rama 1/2. Like they grabbed all like the movies and the high cell scenes, and it was like, this flows so well. Of course, like the only other time I saw them do it really well is when they took it and they put it to like Dragon Ball Z. But I was like, you don't have enough chicks in there for this to work. But they figured it out.
Have you guys ever seen a show from back in the 90s? It used to air on Saturday mornings called WMAC Masters.
I don't think so. It doesn't ring a bell.
It was so like as a Mortal Kombat fan who had no like.
Was
Mortal
it live
Kombat,
action?
Really. It was live action. Yes.
Okay, no, I do know what you're talking about. I did watch it.
It was an amazing show. It was like a martial arts competition show, but obviously it's fake. Where they're like fighting ninjas and stuff like that to win the Dragon Star, and it ends on a cliffhanger and never comes back. And I have literally been thinking about it for probably almost 30 years.
I'm
like not a day goes by where I'm not like, man, the ending of WMAC Masters really still pisses me off. Like
that's me in Alphas, that one show that was on for a while where I think the guy who wrote it was wanting to write like some kind of DC show, but he didn't get the rights, so he made Alphas. And then he ended it on such a cliffhanger that I was like, why do you hate us? And then of course, like naturally the producer's like, yes, we're gonna can this show. It's like, or you could bring it back. Like, or give me a comic that I can follow the rest of this plot with, because like the cliffhanger was bad.
Like shows need to end one of two ways: either give me a satisfying resolution, or do what Heroes did and just make it worse and worse and worse and worse as it goes on, to the point where I don't want to watch it anymore.
I know, right? Poor God, Heroes
did that, and I think the show that mastered that approach was Once Upon a Time.
Oh God, yeah.
Because the first two seasons. Oh,
good, yeah.
So good.
So good.
The Pinocchio character in that was great. I was very into that. Yeah.
Yes, I liked that. I'm sure you were.
Yeah. So anyway, Super Mario Galaxy. That whole thing.
I got the point that you were trying to. Yeah, I got the point that you were trying to make, was that, you know, they were trying to appeal to the super fans, is what you were saying.
Yes. And I haven't played Super Mario Galaxy, but it did feel very Super Mario to me. I do know a lot about Yoshi. I did play a lot of Super Mario 1, 2, and 3. So there was a lot of, you know, Easter eggs and stuff from those games in there that I noticed. So it really felt like they were sticking to that they were respecting it, and that they weren't going off on their own thing too awful much like they tend to do these days. Like, oh well, they don't want to see that whole thing again. They want to hear our take on it. They want to see a news story. They want to see our take on these IPs, because that's what they think people want these days, or at least that's what they lie about. So,
well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like it's like when you look at Star Wars, it's like how people thought that they had to reinvent the wheel for Star Wars. And the audience has been screaming at Disney for over a decade, like, no, we just want Star Wars. Like, same thing with Star Trek. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. These Hollywood studios, because they don't see the IP as something worthy of being treasured or worthy of being respected. They just see it as a vehicle to tell a story that they wanted to tell that could have been about anything, right? You look at things like Velma, right? Like Mindy Kaling just wanted to tell a story about herself and how she's a terrible person, and she chose to do that through the guise of Scooby-Doo. But then you have something that comes along like the DuckTales remake that was on Disney Plus, and it has such fidelity and love for the source material, and expanded on the lore in such a satisfying way, because it was made by actual fans. Now, I don't know if the Mario movie was made by fans, but it was certainly made with the guiding hand of Nintendo and Miyamoto at the helm. Like, they had a hand on the shoulder the entire time. Apparently, they stopped them from putting in like a lot. Like, Miyamoto just did an interview where he said he stopped them from putting in a bunch of like adult humor or like inappropriate humor.
Good for him.
Apparently they stopped them in the beginning. Apparently Peach was supposed to be way more girl bossy in the first one, and Nintendo stepped in and was like, no, Mario is the hero. It has to be ultimately Mario's story. So, you know,
Good
thank
for
God
him.
thank God for Nintendo.
Yes. I was really surprised by how likable I found Rosalina.
Yes.
I'm really loving this new arc in Brie Larson's career.
The redemption
I don't know if she I don't know if she has new handlers or if she's stopped listening to them or what's going on, but
I think
it's
this is
good
always
for her.
I think this is always who Brie Larson has been. I think that she has always been the person we're seeing right now. I think that I think that her people and the studios, specifically Disney and Marvel, because at the time they were making her do all the activist stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe she stopped listening to them, or she has new people that, you know, aren't forcing her to act insufferable, but just being herself is working.
You know,
absolutely.
I have a thought. It's a conspiracy thought, but I bet she was like, if you want me to do this, then you're going to have to pay for the career damage it's going to do and pay me to do it. And they're like, oh no, we can't pay you that much.
Yeah.
So I honestly think it was like when people were saying like, oh, she's making up all the Nintendo stuff, she's not actually a fan. I'm like, no. I realized when I 100% bought into the fact that she was telling the truth was the cast all played Mario Kart together, and like she was the only one that drifted while they were playing. And I was like, okay, so you actually know what you're doing. And she got like really, really mad when she was losing. So I'm like, yes, you are.
You're definitely a Mario Kart player.
Yeah.
It shows you can't be here. This isn't about you.
This was me yesterday with Olive.
No, was it?
Oh, that dog.
Well, I had to step away because she was too quiet. And usually that means she's either chewing or digging.
At least she hasn't brought in a squeaky dino toy while you're trying to talk to a comic writer who used to write for DC and Rob Liefeld, and you're just going, ha ha ha, sorry, like throwing it. I like how they really leaned into Rosalina's mom energy. You know, the stars really, mom, and oh, my kids. It was that just was so endearing.
The Lumas were so cute and so endearing. Before I went to see it by myself the first time because I had to review it that night, and the second time I took my wife, and I said to her, I was like, just be prepared because the Lumas are about to become your new obsession. And she was like, oh, I don't know about that. And the first scene with them, she's like, and I see her mouth move, and I see her say, they're so round. Because she, like, my wife is a Jigglypuff collector. Like, she loves to collect all things Jigglypuff because she thinks characters that are round are the cutest.
I mean, that has some logic to it. Round and small, like girls are kind of like, I need that. It's like, what are you gonna do with it? It's not. Do.
Oh yeah, she likes Jigglypuff. She likes Pom Pom Purin. She likes all of those characters that are just like small. Like even like in anime, she likes like the little like kid characters who have the big round heads.
Listen, it's why we like Funkos. It's why we like Funkos. Also, I have this paperweight thing. It was in my grandmother's living room for like 30 years. It glows in the dark. It fell on my daughter's head. That's the story. But I just sit and pet it. It just sits on my desk and I'll just pet it because it's round and it's just smooth and round and cute. We're very tactile creatures. I don't know.
But yes, I liked her mom energy. I liked her relationship with the Lumas. I liked how defensive she was over them. I liked how the reason Bowser Jr. is even able to kidnap her is because one of the Lumas gets put in danger and she throws herself, in between. Like, it was big, like, mom energy, and I thought it was really, really cool. And like, she had the big sister energy too toward Peach, and it was, they're it was just so funny they confirmed that long running fan theory about the two of them. But yeah, I had nothing but positive things to say about Brie Larson in the movie and in the promotion of the movie.
So that wasn't like legit canon that they're sisters. It was like a fan theory.
It was always a fan theory. It was something that Nintendo never confirmed until this movie.
Oh, today I learned.
Yeah, like Rosalina is like, well, 'cause Peach is not like a cosmic entity in the games. Like, she's just kind of a princess. Like, she's capable. You can play as her in the games, and she has cool floaty powers. But like, she doesn't like, she's not like like she fights 100 things and doesn't take a single hit like in this movie.
Anne says, I thought it was interesting how the little stars were small and adorable in their own house. And then you saw how they affected their whole environment elsewhere. It really power scaled up Rosalina.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm. I think what I really liked about Rosalina is, her power didn't come at the cost of femininity, right? Because one of the things that I think Western culture has been struggling with is trying to create what they deem to be a strong character. And there is some confusion in the writing room that for you to be strong, you cannot be feminine or you cannot have emotions and whatnot, which is honestly a fallacy. I've met plenty of women who are very feminine and gentle, and I've watched them like get stuff done, right? And it's always been inspiring. Now, they don't go and like bump chests with anybody, but it's kind of like, I need to get this done. I don't know how to do it. And they're like, okay, well, give me an hour and I'll be right back. Right. And then within an hour, like, stuff is moving, and like, I don't know what wizardry it was, but it was way more effective than somebody going into an office and, like trying to dominate or power frame that person into action. And it probably maintained better relationships as well, because sometimes when you have to get stuff done, you have to keep the rapport the same,
Mm-hmm. See, and that this kind of archetype has kind of been like a passion of mine, or a platform, a soapbox of mine for a while now, because it is something that has been dismantled or just kind of tossed away recently. Caro's absolutely right. They have forgotten that you don't have to sacrifice the femininity, the sensuality, the girliness or whatever for the power or independence or whatever it is that they're trying to portray.
Should let the people that made Jade know about that.
Yeah.
I always felt like, Linda Carter's Wonder Woman in the 70s really portrayed that beautifully. She was feminine, she was gentle, she was soft, but she was also powerful and strong. She really married those two things well together. Wonder Woman is a character that, at least in decades past, was purposely meant to demonstrate that you don't have to sacrifice femininity for strength. Her entire appearance was meant to visually represent that. That's why she had big boobs and long hair and long legs. You were supposed to look at her and see a very feminine, obvious woman that was also very strong at the same time.
She also did a lot of questionable things early on in the comics with rope.
Well, that was the creator.
The creator.
That's neither here nor there.
The creator had some very specific ideas about what she was in the beginning,
and his family life.
Linda Carter with the I still love the theme song, with your satin tights, fighting for our rights, in the old red, white,
and blue. Yeah. Okay.
I love that.
Don't get me. You've already got me started, but
this is so entertaining. I love you both breaking out into a musical number.
I have her tattooed all over me. So.
But let's not forget her most famous line, "Kal-El, no."
Okay, that's not Linda.
No, it's not Linda. But
that is not Linda.
It is.
I appreciate what they tried to do with her in that movie, but like I got into a fight with the school psychologist when I was a teacher and I saw the casting for Wonder Woman. I was like, no. And she was like, no, she's great for it. And I was like, modern depiction of Wonder Woman right now is an Amazon woman that can snoo you, right? Like, and I appreciate the actress. I think she's beautiful, but she's not an Amazon. Mm-hmm. And it like made me like cringe inside when I had to watch like that one big fight scene, right? And they had to like CG her to make her look like the Amazon in the fight. And I was like that's how she's supposed to look. Yeah. But like when we're doing the recordings, we have like not that. So
that first movie is really good, actually. Like,
it's amazing
up until the third act. Once the third act hits, it's like, okay, you just had no idea how you were going to end this movie. And then the second movie is an absolute train wreck where they make very questionable choices about her character. And,
there is no second movie.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's so bad.
Are we talking about the League or are we talking about the Wonder Woman?
1984.
Oh, that doesn't exist. But that is one of my favorite talking points about abusive cinematography.
By the way, I have a hot take about Justice League.
Nope, nobody's paid for it.
Nope.
I know, but I'm just saying, if somebody wants to pay for it, there is a hot take about Justice League that I have.
Mm-hmm.
It's a $2 hot take. If you want to hear Marv's hot take. But yeah, that's been a passion of mine. I love writing feminine, strong characters because we need them. We need to bring that back because now we have this problem with a generation of young women and girls who do believe that you can't be both.
Not only that, but
both.
So the way, like, look at like the live action Mulan, right? The cartoon of Mulan is a great story because she's not good at anything in the beginning of it. She's clumsy. She's constantly screwing up. She's falling over. But then she trains and she works hard. And eventually she actually gets up there and gets that arrow out of the thing. And she saves China and she becomes proficient. Kung Fu, literally translated from Chinese, means hard work.
Yes, it does.
Yes. And in the live action movie, she is a kung fu master from birth because she has good chi, which means white people wrote this movie. And she never stumbles, like, even in like the thing where they're showing everybody like trying to train and like getting better, they never show her struggling. She never struggles. She never gets knocked. She gets knocked down one time, and it's only by another female character. It's by that witch.
I'm really glad I didn't watch this movie.
Yeah, who knocks her off her horse.
It's not. It's
even
not
when
great.
Even when she fights the final boss, who is not Shan Yu, she never even gets hit. Like she's just perfect, and that shows. And so it's also like in the cartoon, she gets found out as being a woman because she gets injured, and the doctor has to go in and look at her, and they find out she's a woman. In this, it's literally the witch lady is just like, you must show them you're a woman, Mulan, because they must know. And so she's like, okay, and then lets her hair down and rides into battle, and then they're all like, okay. The movie is absolutely terrible, and what it shows to, I think, to young girls is, if you are not automatically the best at something, you are not good, and you are not worthy.
And circling back to the cartoon, with the scene where she was able to climb up and get the arrow, right? Earlier on, they planted the breadcrumb that she was very intelligent, right? When she was walking by the two guys playing the Chinese chess game, I think it's Xigong or something like that, and she took one look at the board and knew what move to make. And so while she was trying in the training sequence to do everything the masculine way, it was the feminine way that was her strength that she leaned on that made it possible for her to, solve the riddle of the arrow. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep, I really wish that we would lean on that a little bit more. You have to tell us who you want the hot take from, Loki.
Yeah, Loki.
It might be Marv, but
he might want my Justice League hot take.
Oh,
he might, but we'll wait for him to answer. Yeah, the Mulan animation was
perfect. It was
one
of
the best. It was so good, and it was a great
music and
girl
Mushu,
hero.
Yeah.
Oh yes, It was a
They
great
took all of that
girl
out.
hero. Yes, they took it all out. And again, here we are, years later. We can't have those things anymore, but this is progress. Here we are. It's progress.
I will also say that I felt like in the Mario Galaxy movie that Peach was a little too OP. I think that she's never on the back foot at any point in time in the entire movie. She fights literally like 100 enemies in that casino where they were like, here's every Super Mario Brothers 2 character jammed into one scene. She never even gets knocked down by them. Like none of them even land a hit. She's just constantly like, one step ahead of everybody. And I think that's not Peach. Like Peach needs to show vulnerability. Her name is Peach. And if I can quote Elf, what's more vulnerable than a peach? Like, that's why her name is Peach.
She was kidnapped all the time, guys. We were going through all these castles trying to find her. Like, come on. Come on now. I like the old, I don't know if you read the old manga for Super Mario Brothers.
I did not.
It was really good. It was like a one shot. It was like, that's when I learned what manga was, because I was kind of like, this looks like the thing I read from Link to the Past. And I was like, oh, this is so good. But at one point she does get kidnapped and she gets like hypnotized into wanting to marry Bowser. And she's like, oh yes, I would love to marry Bowser.
He says
Just like
non-specific. I just like arguments for the sake of differing opinions. He is Loki after all.
I mean, I can give you two DC. I can give you two DC ones if you want.
Go for it.
Go for it.
My Justice League one. Joss Whedon's Justice League is the superior version of that movie.
Oh.
The Snyder, he did the best he could with what he had, because when I saw that Snyder cut, I realized,
you have to let him finish. They paid to hear him.
This was just a mess. This was a vile, putrid, sneering, joyless slog for 4 hours. And in Joss Whedon's Justice League, the movie's not good, but he understands Superman. The problem is, in all of the Superman scenes that he does good things with Superman, we have questionable facial CGI that distracts from the fact that Henry Cavill is, for the first time, actually being Superman. When he stops and he talks to those two kids for their podcast in the beginning, and he's explaining the S symbol to them, I'm like, hey, look, there's Superman. When he shows up, instead of like in the Snyderverse, when he pops up and he takes the axe hit and he just sneers and goes, not impressed, and then proceeds to disembowel Steppenwolf, like proceeds to like cut parts of his body off, and like,
that's not Superman.
That's not Superman.
No.
What Superman is the guy who popped up behind him and said, well, I believe in truth, but I'm also a big fan of justice, and then then punches him through a wall and goes up to Batman and goes, how can I help? Literally says, how can I help? He defers to Bruce's leadership in that moment, and then immediately, like, when Cyborg calls him, he's like, Superman, I need your help to pull these boxes apart. Boom, he's right there. Or when Batman starts telling him what to do, and he stops, and he's like, civilians, and he's like, no, wait, Barry's got it, and he's just like, yeah, no, he doesn't have it. So, and then he leaves. I'm like, there he is. That's Superman being Superman. And in the end, when they finish it, he's like, when the Justice League group kills Steppenwolf and decapitate him, I'm like, what is happening right now? Superman would have been livid at her for cutting off that guy's head. Like, the way that actually works is the portal opens and Superman takes Steppenwolf and throws him down in front of the portal, right in front of Darkseid, and says, I think this belongs to you. And then Steppenwolf gets up and he's like, Master, I'm so sorry, Lord Darkseid, blah, blah, blah. And then Darkseid kills him with the Omega Beams.
Yeah.
And then the portal closes with the stare down between Superman, the good man, and Darkseid, the embodiment of all evil. That's how you set this up. And nobody, he could not get it through his head that superheroes don't kill. Wonder Woman kills, don't get me wrong, but like Batman and Superman should not be killing anyone. So yes, I think that Joss Whedon had some good ideas. I just think he did not have the time and the money or the facial CGI or ability to
Well,
shade
because
Henry
there was
Cavill's face.
no, so with the face, there was a fight between the two studios because
Yeah,
they
it was
wouldn't
just-
let
Yeah.
him. They wouldn't let him
they wouldn't let
shave
him
the
shave his
mustache off,
Yeah.
and
Um,
it was ridiculous. Like I
It
hate
was
saying this
ridiculous.
mustache just grow back.
mhm.
Yeah, like what was it in just a couple weeks? Trust me, I was a barber, a hairstylist. It just takes a couple freaking weeks. It's not a big deal. It's really not.
Ready for my other DC hot take?
Yes.
The
Shoot.
Dark Knight is a better movie than Batman Begins. But Batman Begins is a better Batman movie than The Dark Knight.
I don't know if that's a hot take. That sounds like a good take to me. Yeah.
Sounds like
I could make because I feel like if I gave my actual hot take about this, people would get mad. But I don't.
You got paid.
I don't love Heath Ledger as the Joker.
That's a hot take.
That's definitely a hot take.
Okay.
That's a hot take. See, even your first one, Loki said it's lukewarm at best.
All right. Well, I don't think he's one of the best Jokers. I think he's maybe number 4.
I think he's protected because of what happened after the film.
I would say 5. For me, it goes Mark Hamill, Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, Troy Baker, and then and then Heath Ledger. He had a very like dour nihilistic portrayal. It was I didn't like that he never found anything funny. My Joker is hello Gotham, Joker here. Like that's the Joker to me. Like it's the theatricality. Oh, you made it, Batman! I'm so glad. Like that's the version of the Joker that you need to have. Oh yeah.
Oh, you haven't heard him, have you, Danny?
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Go on.
That was incredible.
It's like it's the beginning of Arkham Asylum. I set a trap and you sprang it gloriously. Like that is the version. Now, so imagine now do you want to know how I got these scars? You see, my father was a drinker and a fiend. One day he comes home, goes crazier than usual. Mommy gets the kitchen knife to defend himself. He says, "Why so serious?" He takes the knife to her, laughing while he does it. He turns to me and goes, "Why so serious?" He puts the knife in my mouth and... Why so serious? Like it's because here's the thing that nobody got about that. It's a joke.
That's amazing.
He's telling the why so serious speech. You know how I got these scars? It's always a joke. And the punchline of it should to him be the funniest thing that anyone when he slices that guy up, that should be the funniest thing that anyone has ever done. When at the end with the boats, when it's the two boats, and he's just like when he's just like, at midnight I blow you all up and blah 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 blah. It should be like hello people in boats. It's got to be like it's got to be a production. It's just like at midnight tonight I blow you all up. Like there has to be a whimsy to it, right? It can't just be like you know I don't know. It's the one time where I think he really gets it. I love the speech that he gives him when he's hanging upside down. You won't kill me because of some misplaced sense of self-righteousness, and I won't kill you because you're just too darn fun. That would have been a great
time. That would have been a great time for him to actually been serious in the middle of like all the joking, so that way that moment would have hit really hard.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I could also see it as like a like when he comes to the realization, like it's funny to him. It's just like, you know, like you won't kill me out of some misplaced sense of self-righteousness, and I won't kill you because, well, you're just too darn fun. Like that's got to be like a funny thought to him. Like we are now trapped in this dance, and you hate being here with me, but man, what would I do without you? Like it's how I feel about Pedro Pascal sometimes, where I'm just like, man, what would I do without you? Go back to talking about Rachel Zegler, like
that didn't convince everyone in the chat who isn't already subscribed to your channel to immediately subscribe. nothing, Will. That was incredible. I mean, I want to make a whole Joker Batman fan film with you now.
I have been trying to get Beardo to do. Beardo and I keep saying like we have to voice Joker and Batman together, because Beardo actually has a pretty good Batman voice. So I was just
that doesn't surprise me.
I want to be the director, possibly the writer, possibly Batgirl. I don't know. I want to be involved somehow.
If someone super chats in $20, I'll do one of the Killing Joke speeches as the Joker.
Oh,
that was a horrible face I just made. That
was a beautiful face.
It was a lovely face. But if somebody super chats in $20, I'll do it. And I'll do. And I mean, I won't do it tongue in cheek. I'll do a full dramatic reading of it. I don't think my Joker was British.
We do love dramatic readings here. Very, very much. Very much.
As in, Danny's very good at it, and I just sit here and be like, yeah, you're doing great. Good job. Like my monotone voice, I can't do a dramatic reading of anything. I'd make a terrible book narrator.
Occasionally, we'll set a goal. If I get enough super chats, I'll do a dramatic reading from my comic in characters.
Yeah, because it's like when Danny wants to go over edits or talk about her script, it's not kind of like, okay, so I was thinking about this and that. She literally just starts to read the script to me and like goes into like voices and becomes the characters. And I'm like, am I supposed to edit this? Like, I can't edit your performance.
That's so funny.
And then I have to be like, stop, go back.
There's a character in the second book that Caro really likes. His name is Bob.
Oh, I love Bob.
And
I want to do a side story of Bob.
Yeah. I was talking about Bob yesterday. It's like we were talking about side characters, like sometimes background characters, side characters take on lives of their own on accident. And I was like, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Bob's gonna end up getting his own adventures, him or Maggie. Oh, Maggie Dawn. Maggie Dawn.
That's the fun of writing. You can do that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that was partly why I started writing their what is it called? I've done two. I did two anthologies for one of my universes. One's called let's see, what was it? Silence and Mayhem anthology. So it's following short stories that follow my first book, and then the other one's called Monster Tales because I really love writing monsters from my universe, but I can't just make a book for every monster. I just want to talk about the monster, so I just write 8,000 to 10,000 words for them. The first one was called the Washerwoman because in Scotland there's a myth about a woman who sits by a river and she washes your clothes, you'll die within 24 hours, right? So that's the myth. And so what I did was I had a river bulldozed over and had a car wash put on top of it. So now she's washing cars, and so anytime she washes your car, you get into a car accident.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. Of course, the more cars and accidents she causes, the more powerful she is. And so all the staff are afraid of her as she starts kind of floating around the car wash.
Does she get a franchise, like a chain of car washes? She goes
I mean, I'll spoil it. I'll spoil it for you. Basically, somebody comes in and say, hey, I know you've never heard of us before. We're actually an agency that tries to kind of downplay the supernatural because it makes people ask questions. You're way over your quota for deaths by about 200%. Good job. But we need you to tone it down. And she's like, I refuse to tone it down. Right. And so she and this auditor, her and this auditor are going back and forth. But the thing about the washerwoman is that she's kind of tied to the river where she works. So in this case, she can't actually leave the car wash, right? And so what happens is when she refuses to negotiate with the auditor starts causing things to happen. So she redirects traffic away from the car wash. She starts up blockades. So now cars aren't coming in. And so after her power starts to wane down, the auditor comes back. It's would you like to talk? And she's kind of what is my quota? And it's well, we'll start with 10. And she's like, if I, offer a discount for you and your other auditors for people maybe that you don't like, can we up that number? And the auditor's like, I could work that. Right. And then
I love that.
Yeah, and then it ends with her basically being like, now that I am comfortable and sustained, it's time to expand. It's time to branch out into other things. And she's taking business classes so that way she can open up her franchise more. I had way too much fun. That was my first one. Yeah.
There's a thing I wanted to put in the series. I mentioned it to Caro about someone getting trapped in a karaoke machine, and he can only communicate with the outside world if someone goes up to sing a song and he puts lyrics on the screen, so they start singing the lyrics, but it's him like help, which put me in here.
Get me out of here.
That's really funny.
That would be really fun. Yeah.
My wife was watching this anime called I Was Reincarnated as a Vending Machine.
I have seen this.
And so I'm like, is it like a talking vending machine? She's like, no, it's just a vending machine. I'm like, well, is it like, can it like move or like
no,
do
it's strapped
anything?
to like one chick's back at one point.
Yeah, she's like, no, it's just like a vending machine. And I'm like, the hell is this that you're watching?
What's the plot?
It's just him following these hot babes around.
Yeah, you were reincarnated as a vending machine.
Yeah, and of course, like the more money he gets, like the more like things that he can like offer as a vending machine, right? And so at one point, people are like, if we give him like more money, we'll get like more health potions and better health potions. So they're all like putting money into like this vending machine, because it's not just a vending machine in modern day. It's in a fantasy setting. So like originally when the vending machine like comes to life, he's like being kicked around by goblins who don't know what he is.
That sounds
I love the
so
Japanese.
Fun.
I love the Japanese.
They really like their isekais. I did a whole article about this, but because a lot of the times they like go through life with regrets and like, oh man, if I could just go back and do it over, or just go somewhere with like my sane brain, it's like a different type of escapism. Mm-hmm. And then of course there's always like there's the vengeance arcs where you get to like sort the people that wronged you while you were growing up, so it's like a weird kind of like justice porn kind of thing, right? So it's kind of exciting, but like I think there's too many isekais at this point, because everybody seems to really love isekais, so let's make like 500 of them. And I'm like, no, we don't need 500 isekais. Like the jobless reincarnation was actually fun. I do recommend that, because it's a flawed character that in his second life he's actually learning lessons. He's like, I think I was an asshole before.
So you got your $20.
Okay.
How about Mark Hamill Joker doing the Jared Leto speech from the end of the Snyder Cut?
Oh, I don't know that one. I have to look it up. Hold on. Let's see. Snyder Cut script.
I have faith in you.
Let's see.
Yeah, the jobless reincarnation is always hard for me to pitch, because in the beginning they really don't like the main character, and I'm always like, that's the point. That is literally the point. You're not supposed to like him. You're supposed to watch him grow and be a better person.
Okay, that's not it. Transcript of deleted Joker scene. Is that it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
No, that's a different one.
I know Leto's Joker gets a lot of bipolar response.
I can't stand his Joker, to be perfectly honest. I don't like his Joker in Suicide Squad at all. He's very smarmy, shiny
like
gangster. It's not Joker, he's
I guess I didn't mind it. Sometimes I think if they hadn't made it a Joker, if they had just made it a different character, it probably would have landed a lot better.
Yeah.
But I know like
and
a lot of the hype.
Leto.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the hype behind that Joker was, the romance between him and Harley. Because like I could not get like that romance was like plaguing every place I went when that movie came out. Like everybody
can we not try to make it like that's like a aspirational romance? Like
all the Mexican Americans across the Midwest were getting matching tattoos, like relationship goals. I'm the Harley to his Joker.
Like, that's an abusive. It's an abusive relationship.
It's an abusive relationship. In Stockholm syndrome and gaslighting and.
I liked in the old Batman cartoon where Harley was trying to make Joker happy and it wasn't working. And so what she did was she took one of his plans and executed it better than him, so that way he could get the result that he wanted, and literally single-handedly managed to capture Batman and make the plan. And she's like, "Look, I did this for you, honey." And he was like, "Ah."
Yeah.
That was such a good episode.
Okay, I found it.
You found it? Okay, guys,
right.
about to be entertained.
I think this is it. But I'll also do the Killing Joke one too, just because I want to do it. Au contraire, my little fish stick. He knows exactly what it's like to lose someone he loves. You know, like a father, like a mother. And then Batman says, "Be careful with the next thing you said. Like an adopted son. Is that right, Batman? Maybe in a way that smelly old flounder is right. Because how many can die in your arms before you just grow numb to death? That's not very careful. And how many dead eyes can you look into before you die inside yourself?" And he says, "I've been dead a long time, but even I have a limit. And if you ever cross that line, I swear to God, I'll..." "Before what, Bruce? Kill me? You won't kill me. I'm your best friend. Besides, who's going to give you a reach around? Anyway, you need me. You need me to help you undo this world you created by letting her die. Oh, poor Lois, how she suffered so." I often wonder how many alternate timelines do you destroy the world, because, frankly, you don't have the cojones to die yourself. So, as usual, I'll be the bigger man. There you go. I think that's all of it. Yeah, that's all of it. But let me find the Killing Joke one, because I'll do something like that. That was a cold read, by the way. I've seen that scene one time.
You nailed it.
Thank you. Let's see. I'm looking for two very specific ones here. Okay. Here we go. There's two of them here. Memories can be vile, repulsive little brutes, like children, I suppose, but can we live without them? Memories are what make our reason. Memories are what our reason is based upon. If we can't face them, well, we deny reason itself. Although, why not? We aren't contractually tied down to rationality. There is no sanity clause. So when you find yourself locked down in an unpleasant train of thought, heading for the places in your past where the screaming is unbearable, remember, there's always madness. You can just step outside and close the door, and all those dreadful things that happened, you can lock them away. You see, madness is the emergency exit. And then there's "So I see you received the free ticket I sent you. I'm glad. I did so want you to be here. You see, it doesn't matter if you catch me and send me back to the asylum. Gordon's been driven mad. I've proved my point. I've demonstrated that there's no difference between me and everyone else. All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how far this world is from where I am. Just one bad day. You had a bad day once, am I right? Oh, I know I am. I can tell. You had a bad day and everything changed. Why else would you dress up like a flying rat? You had a bad day. It drove you as crazy as everyone else, only you won't admit it. You have to keep pretending that life makes sense, that there's some point to all this struggling. God, you make me want to puke. I mean, what is it with you? What makes you the way you are? Girlfriend killed by the mob, maybe? Brother carved up by some mugger? Something like that, I bet. Something like that. Something like that happened to me, you know. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Sometimes I remember it one way, and sometimes another. If I'm going to have a pass, I prefer it to be multiple choice. Oh, but my point is, I went crazy. When I saw what a black, awful joke the world was, I went crazy as a coot. I admit it. Why can't you? I mean, you're not unintelligent. You must see the reality of the situation. Do you know how many times we've come this close to World War III over a flock of geese on a computer screen? Do you know what triggered the last World War? An argument over how many telegraph poles Germany owed its war debt creditors. Telegraph poles! It's all a joke. Everything everybody ever valued or struggled for. It's all a monstrous, demented gag. So why can't you see the funny side? Why aren't you laughing? That one I love.
Incredible.
Oh,
absolutely incredible. I am blown. I almost peed my pants.
Oh, thank you.
Don't do that.
No, I won't, but I almost did from pure joy and being impressed. Everyone
Marvin,
is
have you taken
impressed.
theater classes?
What?
Have you taken theater classes?
I was a theater kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was too.
I was a theater kid. I was I did I did a little work.
I've only done one stage thing, and I played the mother, and I had one really important line, and I'll share it with you. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Listen to your father, children. That was it. That was my line.
I've had to do roles like so I was Horton in Seussical.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do like the really like doe-eyed like I'm alone in the universe, so alone in the universe. And then I was Judd in Oklahoma, which is like the only role that's good in Oklahoma, where like you just like sitting there like floor creaks, the door squeaks, and it's like this very like, dark character in the middle of just like this super like happy-go-lucky old-timey musical. It was a lot of the dark characters are the ones that you could really sink your teeth into.
Yes.
Marvin,
I was in the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, I was not.
Oh, that's
Marvin,
fun.
have you ever thought about having an account on voices.com?
What is voices.com?
It's where you can do
Voice
recordings.
actors.
Yeah. So it's where you can do recordings. So like, for example, some of the voice overlays that happen over at Ripperverse, we found a few of them from voices.com. And
okay.
so what you can do is you can put a profile up there with like your different ranges. And I would say do everything from like your Joker to whatever you think is. And then right up to like, it's like, thank you for calling TNT. If you would like to speak to a representative, please dial 1. You just do it all the way up to that.
Right.
But every time I run into somebody, I'm like, man, you got like some great vocal range. Have you thought about making money off that?
I used to want to be a voice actor, but then I realized just how like thin the margin for success is there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I it's something to look into. I have like no free time to do anything but the things I already do, but I could definitely look into it.
Yeah.
And some of the jobs are like, can you do like a 30-second recording, things like
Mm-hmm.
that. So
yeah, that makes sense.
My friend Ro over at the Scare Off Scuttlebutt podcast, he has he works for Telemundo and NBC in Chicago, and then he also he's got a production business on the side, and every once in a while he's like, hey, record this for me. And I mean, they never pick me, but he's told me, he's like, you really should set up a profile, just in case. I think you have a good voice. I'm like, really? Because when I hear my voice, it sounds like this.
Well, you're never supposed to like how your voice sounds, like ever. Like when I used to work in
for it.
When I worked in a call center, my favorite. So I worked in a call center.
Me
And
too.
I got PTSD from talking on the phone. My family's hated it ever since then.
Me too.
One of the things that happened is like, obviously I have to go through like monthly check-ins with like the boss. And so they would just play me talking to the customer, and I would always cringe at hearing myself. But like after a while, like you get used to it. And then of course, when you make and edit your own videos, you get used to hearing yourself all the time too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You got to disassociate. That's not me.
That's the funny thing, because like, I've been accused before. People are just like, oh, you're just a podcaster because you like to hear the sound of your own voice. I'm like, that is my least
No, we
favorite
hate
sound
our
in the world.
voices.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
like that is my least favorite sound in the world.
Yeah. And then my favorite is when
I don't know that bitch. I don't know that bitch. She gets on my last nerve.
Yeah.
I do not like editing her. She messes up all the time.
My current professional development is trying to record a video without saying and then shit, right? Because I always like when I forget, I'm like, shit, what the fuck was I gonna say? You know, I always do that.
When I record a breakdown, I'm constantly cutting out the ums and so and so and so and so
and all of that and that stuff. Yeah, you learn your crutch phrases really fast. Like, are we allowed to talk about that thing that we're doing at Southwest, Marv?
Yeah.
So Marv and I are going to teach how to make characters for video games. We're going to do a panel together. And like, I have literally been like sitting here being like, how am I going to speak without using my crutch phrases? Right. Because like, and when I'm in front of my monitor, I have sticky notes right here with like, you know, my crutch phrases in a giant circle and like cross on it. So that way I'm trying to be like actively aware of it. But when you're speaking in front of people, like there's no way to like edit yourself. Yeah, I needed that on Tuesday because I accidentally dropped an F-bomb from Jonas and I feel really bad.
Did you drop an F-bomb? I don't remember you doing that. You did the first time you were on.
Somebody said I dropped an F-bomb when I was complaining about KK and how she ruins the field for all women that come after her, which is a big pet peeve of mine because when women move into a place of power, they only move in a way that elevates them. It makes it difficult for the rest of us to come through after. Like, I'm really over it. I'm so done. Like, there's so many places I can't get work at because they've had bad experiences with women.
I call it the cherchez la femme effect. Like, they purposely hire crappy women for the job so they don't have to continue to hire other women.
Well, we were talking about the fact that they said like Kathleen Kennedy, Jennifer Salke, and Jennifer Lee were all female studio heads at the same time, and they all were terrible, and they all retired because they really missed producing, and now nobody wants to hear about a female studio head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, it feels purposeful. They did it on purpose.
Yeah, and it's just like I just wish those types of women would understand because it was this was a discussion I had with a chaplain like a long time ago. Like it was probably the most profound discussion I had when I was 18. And she told me it's like wherever you go and whatever you do, understand that you are making a path for people that follow after you. And she was trying to talk to me about my attitude because don't get me wrong, I was 18 and I was female. I had attitude, right? And so I've always kind of like had that in the back of my mind, like whatever I do and however I do it, I have to, you know, keep in mind who's walking in after me, you know? So whether it be like how I set up systems at work, how I work with other people, like, you know, it's not about me, it's about what comes after me as well. So it's almost like a legacy thing, but obviously that important chaplain discussion was not had with some people in positions of power. So, I mean, you know, whatever.
Well, it's about that time.
Oh, we have to go.
Been here. Yeah, it's been an hour and a half already.
Thanks for joining us, Marv.
Yeah,
this is fun. I always love talking to you guys. You're the best.
Yeah. Well, we love talking to you. I mean, even though we only talked about Super Mario for about 10 minutes, that's okay.
That's the best kind of stream. It's just free, where it's a live stream of consciousness.
It really is. Usually, and that's kind of how we roll. We like just having conversations, and you know, letting it flow kind of naturally. I mean, that's how they work best. I like to think so.
I think so.
And we get along really well. So
strange that people who stream together get along. It's very weird.
Yeah. It's so weird. Tell the people who you are, where they can find you, Mr. Marv.
So you can find me at the M4 Empire, which is my YouTube channel, and we do videos on pop culture stuff there. We live stream several times a week. I go live with the Real Life Fake Wizard as a simulcast on both of our channels on Monday nights at 7 p.m. and Thursday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Tonight we have the M4 cast at 8 p.m. where Kara will be there as well.
I will be
so
there.
I still have to figure out what I'm going to do for the thumbnail on that one. But yeah,
I like it when you make me Raven. I'm into it.
Yeah, well, we did the Teen Titans last week, and everybody really liked it. So
how was Dark Widow the week before? That was pretty cool. I felt
you were Dark
jealous.
Yeah, we did a Buffy one the week before that, and you were Dark Willow, and it was really cool.
What? Do we want to do a Mortal Kombat one this week?
Hold on a minute.
Maybe we should.
Hold on a minute. How come I was never involved in a Buffy themed thumbnail?
Because I got the idea to do it after the episode where we had you on, so you have to come back.
I know. Going back, it's terrible. I know.
Yeah.
Rude.
But yeah, we so we're doing that, and then also I'm the editor-in-chief of thatparkplace.com and the managing editor of geeksandgamers.com, so check there for all of your entertainment news. And just I'll throw it out there. I've got a couple of projects in the works that you might be hearing about sometime in the next year. So keep your ears open, because there might be something that I'm creating that you'll be able to see at some point.
Yay.
One day.
One day.
One day. One day. One day. One day.
Not anytime
Kara,
soon,
what's new with you? Yeah.
Me?
Kara, what's new with you?
I guess I still stream on Sundays if anybody wants to come and watch me plan. I am contemplating doing panel by panel on some type of regular basis. So
that was so much fun.
I'm gonna I had a kerfuffle yesterday because the system that I usually use my planning basically went up in a glorious nuke, and a lot of stuff that I had been brainstorming is gone, and so I'm rediscovering myself and reprioritizing things. But panel by panel is something that I'll be looking at, trying to hash out and work and have discussions with folks about how they would like to be involved with that. Outside of that, if you guys did not know, I have a charity book that is out right now. It's called Tales of Twisted Ravens, and it is available on ripperson.com. It's not just a book. I've also got bundles in there. So if you guys are interested in getting a digital or a physical, that's there. But I also have a classroom pack if that's something that's on there. And I'm also, I didn't tell Eric I was doing this, but I am also adding a couple of bundles on there. One of them is called the charity canonization, which means that if you pay for it, you can have your likeness in the next book. So if that is something that interests you, that is a thing. So, and all the net profits of that go straight to the charity. So if that's something that you're interested in, or if you know someone that might be interested in that, please pass that along. Somebody told me that there was no way I was going to make 50K. And I was like, man, I love it when people tell me what I can and can't do. So let's see if we can do that together, because I feel confident we can, guys. I feel confident we can get there.
Well, I got my copy. I've dropped the link in the chat and I've pinned it. So there's no excuse, guys. No excuse. Get yours immediately. Please and thank you.
Do it for the babies in hospitals.
Do it
Come
for
on.
the kids.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Comic books for kids in hospitals works. It helps. It gets your mind off of what's going on. It stimulates the imagination.
Yep.
And it distracts you from what you're dealing with. How do I know this? Because it helped me. It worked for me. So this is something, when Caro told me this is what she wanted to do, I was like, no better charity. This is amazing. How can I help support? And so, yeah, I'm going to throw this link out as often as possible. You're going to hear me talking about this a lot. So buy this book, help support comics for kids. I insist, I demand, go do this now. But that is all we have for you guys today. Hope you have an awesome, awesome day. Please. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow morning with your daily dose of dork, with no guests, just me tomorrow and stuff. Next week, we're doing plot holes and payoffs on Friday with the only guest we've had so far that I've actually filmed. That's right. His name's Keenan Henson. He's been an actor out in Hollywood for about 30 years. I went to high school with him, and I used to have to film his basketball games when I was in TV production. So in high school, he played basketball with Dave. They were on varsity basketball together at Farmington High School, and he was recently on The Pit. He was Oliver Haas. He threw up on Huckleberry. That's his claim to fame. So we're going to have him on, talk to him about, how the middle-class actor is disappearing out in Hollywood. So with that said, have a wonderful afternoon, and we will see you next time. Later, guys. Yeah. Oh, wait, it didn't set. Now it did.
I'm waving anyway. Wave.
Yeah. Wave.